What is up, y'all? It's your boy, Nyte Lyfe, your resident great start. Your resident revenant VTuber, reborn again. Welcome to my room. I briefly, yeah, we were briefly here last Halloween, but that sort of lost media. So, for a lot of you, this is probably your first time here. And today is very special. Well, some things seem to have occurred, and well, when I woke up this evening, I appear to have lost a dimension. But honestly, kind of like how it looks, so not too bad, to be honest. Uh, right, yeah, y'all probably can't see me right now. I'm hanging up in the rafters. Don't worry about it. Don't ask why. Um, yeah, let me just haul myself down here. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Yep, you can see. Yeah, you can see my shoes. Got some sweet kicks. Um, don't have any shoelaces. That's because I always tend to step on them, get them untied. So, I just got rid of them. Whatever. It's not a huge deal. But stepping. Okay. Little lower. All right. Here we go. Oh, oh, there it is. Yep. These are dangerous streets. Dangerous times we live in. So, yeah, we've got to have that strap on me. Yeah, have that strap on me. Yeah, that's definitely what I said. You can also see. Let's lower down a little more. Yep, got the gloves. Yeah, in case we gotta handle business. My wrist's taped up. Don't worry about that. That's just keeps my wrist straight, keeps my arms side together. Definitely not hiding anything. Don't worry about it. And also, I have two belts for no particular reason. Uh, uh, now, a little bit more. Okay. Yep. Come on. There's my shirt. Nice, reflective. You can kind of see it. Golden cross. If anyone's worried that I'm not like hyper religious or anything, just think it's got a good look. I think it carries with me, and of course I got the J Hunter special. Got the waistcoat on. Okay, let's see, a little bit lower there. Bam. Oh, yep. Okay, I guess we're revealing both of those things. I got spiky shoulders because I'm dangerous. Ha. Nice, yeah, spiky shoulders and also a choker. I just think it looks neat. I just like the neck accessory, little red bow on it. Uh, what? Oh, yep. Ha. Got my fangs out. Oh, peaked a little too low there. And of course, uh, one of the most important parts to my model. I got tongue tracking now. Real dangerous. I can really do something with that. I'm very talented with the tongue. Okay, and wow, here's the rest of my face. Ha! What's up, everyone? Wow. My hair's a little bit bouncy. Wow. 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 Yeah, this is me. Yeah, this is me. I'm Nyte Lyfe. As I said, your resident revenant VTuber, reborn again. Happy to see y'all with my new face on. I'll be wearing this for a while. I just think it's, yeah, I think it's a really nice look. And also, I have a few more capabilities than, even though I lost a dimension, I have a few more capabilities now than I did previously. For instance, now if you get me angry, I can get real serious. Yeah, don't get me mad. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry. My fangs really come out then. But of course, Skylar Rim, thank you. Yeah, I really like the hat. It makes, yeah, it really, I think it really keeps the look together. Plus, means that I don't have to style my hair too much. Um, yeah, I really appreciate the compliment. Um, but you know, I have more ranges of emotions than just that. I can also get upset. I can get sad when things happen. But hopefully, hopefully you won't be seeing me sad or angry very often. Oh, haha. I was hoping to pull that out later, but seems seems my facial stims are not. Yep, seems my facial stims are not always under my full control. Yeah. So, all right. So here's my look now. Let me step back a little bit to give a better showing. Let me get the rest of my. Let me get the rest of this set up. Nope, that's not what I meant to do. Okay, there we go. All right. Now then, I've got. Well, so right now I'm not playing anything. This is sort of my introduction, my debut. I might, if I still feel up to it once I'm done with everything, I might do some gameplay in just a little bit. But for right now, this is my sort of introductory debut stream, and so actually we're going to go over to another spot here in just a second, so I can give a little bit more detailed of an intro to myself. And here we are. Okay. Maybe I should get a little closer to the camera. There we go. Okay, got myself, yeah, situated a bit better. Here we go. There we are. All right. So yeah, I feel like it's worthwhile to introduce myself. Stream schedule. The stream schedule is actually going to be coming up at the end here. I'm still working on getting like a regular schedule, but I do have a set schedule for the upcoming week that will be shown at the end here. So yeah, just who am I and why should you care? Well, so I've said it a couple times. My name is Nyte Lyfe. It's spelled Nyte Lyfe. It is pronounced Nyte Lyfe. I am a revenant. That means that I am an intelligent undead, intelligent might be a bit complimentary, but I am completely in control of my own thoughts and actions, and I don't, well, I am not fully, I don't fully understand the forces that brought me back or the exact reasoning why, but I do. But I'm gonna use this opportunity on a new life for the purpose of just getting out there, and I'm going to enjoy this new life as much as I can. I am gender is male, he, him. Nothing that surprising there, I would hope. Uh, my birthday is June 13th, so actually today. Tried to align this stuff. Tried to align that with my debut date, make it easy to remember, and just make it kind of fun. My age is. You know what? Let's not worry about that right now. So, a little bit more about me. So, I. So, here are some things that I like. Pro wrestling. Real big fan of. Yeah, I'm just a real big fan of pro wrestling. I trained to wrestle when I was younger. I briefly participated in a local independent circuit. I don't know if any of that still exists, and frankly, I think I would rather it didn't. I was not particularly good. But I still absolutely love pro wrestling. I try to keep up when I can, but there's a lot of it out there right now, so I like rap music. I will say once again, not nearly as tuned into the scene as I would like to be, but I just really enjoy the genre, the style of, storytelling flow. I like tabletop role playing games as well. I particularly am a big fan of the World of Darkness series from White Wolf. I've played Vampire the Masquerade for quite a while now. I actually started in Requiem, but have switched to Masquerade since. And I've played a few of their other systems. I started playing, I was introduced to tabletop role playing through Dungeons and Dragons, like I'm sure a lot of people were. It's been a fair bit since I've played that, but I mean, I would never be opposed to going back. And I like cats. Just really enjoy, a bit of a sense of camaraderie to them, of sometimes enjoying company, but also not necessarily always wanting to interact, and somewhat nocturnal. Things that I dislike: uh, open waters, especially the ocean, but just open waters in general. There are a list of games I will never, ever play, including Subnautica. Like, I wouldn't even do that for a sub goal or something because I genuinely think I would just go catatonic. Like, I would just completely freeze up. Text formatting. It is very likely that several bits of this presentation are misaligned or awkwardly formatted, and that is because I really, really dislike. And that's because I really have a lot of trouble getting stuff aligned properly, even when there are tools to help me out. Just sometimes I just don't have the best eye for that stuff. I don't know why. It's just it can be really difficult for me to catch those small details. Deadlines, I am very, very bad at meeting deadlines. Anytime anytime I have a schedule anytime I have a scheduled time to do something, it will either be I am ready like an hour early, or I am about 5 to 10 minutes late. I can never quite get the timing down exactly. And so when it comes to deadlines, I tend to work on things up to the very last minute. And sudden loud noises. I can handle stuff being loud. It's just when things are unexpectedly loud that they get me, especially because I tend to get very focused in on things. And so if someone just like walks up to me and tries to talk to me while I am focusing, it will almost always make me jump because I will not be aware of anything in the world around me. And then that loud noise will break my train of thought and I will forget what I am doing. So, yeah, the next thing is, what are my goals as a VTuber? What am I doing here? What am I trying to accomplish? The first thing is pretty simple. I want to meet new people, whether it be uh, people chatting here and in my audience, or whether it be through collaborations with other VTubers, or just going around and streaming or whatever. I want to meet and make connections with new people and just sort of get myself out there. I would like to create at least one original song. I used to do a lot of my own songwriting and stuff. Back back in college, I was actually part of a group did that did like performances. I did rap songs and stuff that I wrote for myself, but I've never recorded and put something out there. I've never made a wholly original work. I would definitely need to connect with some people for help with the music and the mixing and all of that. It would be, yeah, there's a lot I would need to make happen to do that, but I really do want to put out at least one original song at some point. None of these goals have a set deadline. I'm not going to be like, oh, in a year I want to accomplish this. While it'd be awesome if I could, I'm not putting a, I mean, I just said I hate deadlines. I'm not putting a hard and fast timeline on any of it, but I'm hoping I can make it happen. This next one, participate in an audio drama. Uh, I mean, participate in could include writing, could include performing, could include all of that. I just really like the idea, the sort of the the things that can be done with the medium of online audio dramas are really, really cool, and I would love to be a part of one at some point. Like I said, whether part of writing or as a performer or both, preferably. My big problem is coming up with ideas for stuff like that, but yeah, I absolutely love it. I love, unfiction slash ARGs, and I think it would be really cool to be part of something like that at some point. Host a TTRPG stream. I don't have a specific system it would need to be. Like I said, I'm most familiar with Vampire the Masquerade, but I have several other systems I know about, and I would not be opposed to learning more, whether this be specifically as a GM or just providing the space for it. I would love to have an actual TTRPG collaboration stream. And just in general, have a good time. That's the ultimate idea of this. I just want to stream, want to be a VTuber, just to have fun with it, just do stuff that I enjoy. I do have one more goal here, because all of these things, they're various levels of work, but they're all attainable. They're things that can be done realistically. And while I think it is a good idea to have simple goals that are very much reachable, I also think it's a good idea to have at least one goal where you just shoot for the moon. Throw something completely crazy out there, put the energy into the world, and see what comes back. And so, for my last goal, I would like to perform in the first ever VTuber pro wrestling match live. Granted, I've not done the research. I don't know if that's been done before, but I doubt it. I don't actually know how we could make this happen, because I don't know if most 3D motion capture stuff can handle the impacts of pro wrestling. But I would love to find people willing to be part of this and find a way to make this happen. Because I always enjoy finding ways to combine the things that I enjoy. Okay, and then I would be remiss if I didn't give proper credit to the people who made all of this happen. So the model art was done by, they are at Haunted VT on Twitter. The VGen is Haunted VA and Art. Haunted was absolutely great person to work with. I saw his art style before I even fully committed to being a VTuber, and I just absolutely loved it. And I said, if I'm ever gonna get a model made, this is the person I'm gonna get to make it. I believe he is currently doing emergency commissions to help with college expenses. So if you are interested in getting any VTuber art done, just anyone out there, definitely look them up. The rigging was done by Junie Games 13, also on VGen. They were very quick, very responsive, very communicative. Really, really happy with the work that was done here. So have to make sure to shout them out, because without them, this would not be happening. I have a few other credits to give for some of the assets. The intro now loading screen, as well as an end screen that will be shown later, were both made by Sandrine Hazel, who currently is currently having trouble with their social media presence, so I can't provide any links right now, but I still want to be sure to shout them out. And the house background that we started in, as well as the transition animation, were both made by TTV Muse, another person who I think is having some issues with their social media, but again, wanted to shout them out. They've been good to work with. Some of the overlays that you see, as well as this background right here, were made by Timmy Kane 25 on Twitter. And this animated chat box up here was made by Rosie VT00. Those are zeros, not O's, on Twitter. And there is one more thing I should mention. There is another very important member of this team without whom things wouldn't be possible. So I would also like to introduce you all to my manager. I know there's stuff to be said about indie VTubers having managers, but I assure you, once you're introduced, you'll understand. His name is Midas. He is 5 years old, but don't let that fool you. He has a wealth of knowledge and experience. He is very attentive, always making sure that I stay on task, that I do what I'm doing, but also making sure that I take my breaks when the time comes. Does well keeping me on schedule. He is also a master of networking. When he chooses to get things together, he knows how to talk to the right people. And then, like I said, I do have a schedule for this upcoming week. I'm still working on stuff to put together an actual exact regular schedule, but in celebration of my debut, I wanted to be sure I had something ready to go, and this is it. So today, right now, is my debut. Like I said, depending on how things wrap up and what I feel, I might still do something right after this, but anyway. Tomorrow I've got some other things to attend to, so I probably won't stream. Sunday I am planning on starting a new playthrough of Deltarune. I am already familiar with what happens in the first 2 chapters. I've managed thus far to remain relatively spoiler-free on chapters 3 and 4. So I am going to, but I've never personally played it. So I'm going to be Sundays starting off with Chapter 1 of Deltarune. Monday, I'm going to be doing my first ever foray into Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. I'm a Yugi boomer. I have not. Well, I started getting back into the game earlier this year, but yeah, before that, I had not played the game in close to 20 years, a little less than that, but maybe like 18 or something. So we'll see what happens when I try and play. Uh, Tuesday it's going to be a collaboration in Mario Party Jamboree with uh, with a VTuber friend, Faye Journey. Uh, Wednesday and Thursday, I also have other things to attend to, so I will be off. And then Friday is still to be determined. Have some I have someone I have some people I've been talking to that I'm likely going to be doing a collaborative stream there, but we're still working out all all the exact details on what and when. And worst case scenario, if that doesn't come together, I will find something else to do on that day. Uh, all times, can't wait for Tuesday stream. Oh yeah, I'm very excited too. It'll actually be my first ever collaboration with another VTuber, and Mario Party is always a interesting time. At least I don't know if good is the word I want to use. All times written here are Central Standard Time, so convert that to your time zone as needed. And as always, card is subject to change, so there's always the possibility that things will come up and things might need to. Yeah, there's always the possibility that things will come up and things might need to change, but I try to keep to my schedule as much as possible. Going forward, this is definitely not what a typical week will look like for me because, yeah, there's. I do still work I do still work like a sort of regular person job, kind of. So I can't always stream with this much regularity, but I will still try and do as much as I can. And that, yes. So now we're going to, oh, a little bit, sorry. Okay, now let's head back over to my room for a second.